Here are 5 advantages of owning a home during a recession. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. My name is Jeff Trevarthen. I am Jeff the Mortgage Pro. I do appreciate you watching my channel very much. If you could do me 2 huge favors. Number 1, hit the like button down below. And number 2, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to get my message out to more people, and your views help me out so much. And I really appreciate that. And hopefully I'll become a top YouTuber here someday in the topic of mortgages. So thanks so much for doing that, helping me out here. So let's jump right into our topic today. We're looking at 5 advantages of owning a home during a recession. We're going to jump right in with number 1 here, fixed monthly payments. You know that when you get a mortgage, for the most part, I would say most people have fixed payments. I don't know too many people who have adjustable rate mortgages that adjust every single month. Other than HELOCs, you're going to have a fixed monthly payment. You're going to know exactly what your payment is every single month. Whereas if you were going to rent, what could happen? They could raise the rent on you without even you even knowing, and that's not good because you don't know what your payment's going to be going forward, and you don't know what your expenses are going to be when you have a recession going on. So fixed monthly payments is a really important advantage to owning a home during a recession. Number 2 is that it's a long-term investment. And while it may seem that home values may stall or temporarily dip during a recession, for the most part, they're going to be continuously going up over time, especially if you zoom out over a longer period of time. There isn't a point in history over the last 50 or 60 years that we haven't seen an uptick over a 10-year period in home prices. Yes, there are dips. Yes, there are times where it does go down for a year or two, but for the most part, it turns around and goes right back up. So long-term investment when you're thinking about homes. Number 3 advantage of owning a home during a recession is tax benefits. These can help you offset the cost of homeownership, particularly in your income taxes. So you have things like mortgage interest deduction, which you don't have if you're renting. You have property taxes that you can write off in some instances, which you don't have when you're renting. And then you also have, sometimes you can write off home improvement expenses. Now, I'm not a tax advisor, so don't take my exact word for this, and you can check with your own tax advisor about this, but in some instances, you can write off the home improvements that you use money for to help improve your house. So another benefit to owning a home during a recession, whereas if you rent, if you try to improve the property that you're living in, there's nothing you can do. It's not your, you don't own it, so you can't have any tax benefit from it as well. Okay. Number 4, which I think is a great one here, is the forced savings that you get when you pay a mortgage payment every month. Now, most likely, again, most people are in a principal and interest payment where you're paying down some principal every single month that you own a home, and that principal lowers your loan balance. And while your property may appreciate or depreciate a little bit over time, you're still going to be putting that money away into equity. And like I said, over time, especially if you zoom out, the prices of property is usually going to go up, especially over 10-year periods. So you're putting money to knock down your mortgage balance. That's creating equity for you, and that's forcing you to save that money basically. Instead of in a savings account, it's just locked up in your house. So you'll have to do a couple things to access that money. Number 1, you could refinance, or number 2, you could sell. But at the same time, it's forcing you to save that money every single month when you make a principal and interest monthly payment. And then the last reason for an advantage of owning a home during a recession is stability and control. And what do I mean by this? Well, you can make improvements without having to worry about any rent increases at all. And it kind of goes along with the number 1 thing here that we just talked about, which is a fixed monthly payment. You know what you're going to get every single month. So that's the stability of having a home and having a mortgage payment during a recession, where you can't control any of those extraneous circumstances. You can control what you're doing every single month with your monthly payment because you know exactly what it is. So stability and control is the 5th best reason why owning a home during a recession is very important. Okay, what do you think? If you have any questions about this, Please make sure you drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on, is it an advantage for you to own a home during a recession, or do you think it's a different way? Do you think it's easier to rent during a recession? And if you have any questions at all and you want to talk about mortgage loans, I'd love to hear from you. I'll put my Calendly link down below. You can schedule an appointment with me. I'd love to chat with you for 15 or 20 minutes and learn more about your scenario. So thanks so much for watching. I am Jeff the Mortgage Pro. Have a great day, and we'll chat with you on the next show. Have a good one. Bye.